let's see. Hello there. So, today we're gonna play with AI. I usually don't like AI. It keeps trying to do something smart and then it gets it wrong, and then I've got to do it myself anyway. Give it simple instructions, and it turns out it's far too simple. So, yeah, I'm just gonna check my audio here just to make sure that everything's good. There we go. All right. Okay. All right. Yeah, yesterday I was drinking my cup of coffee. Let's move it slowly over my face. There we go. Nice instant coffee, because I'm a simple coffee drinker. Got a bottle of water to wash it down. I must remember to finish my bottle today. All right. Yeah, I got raided on Twitch yesterday, and I forgot what that meant. So I was like, oh, extra viewers, how nice. And then yeah, I see there was a whole shtick happening, but yeah, whatever. Never learn. I need to do some more reading about how to stream properly. But anyway, okay. So today I want to make a simple bot that's going to, let's open this. So let's just say I go to let's say Skier Shop, right? Skier Shop. Let me just quickly let's minimize that so we got more space. So obviously we've got 500 issues or so here, almost 600, and as they get opened, I have got to manually add labels. For example, here we go. Here's a thing saying that, hey, the binary is not correctly aligned. Then I have to go to my labels, and I've got to pick one of these area labels, which I've got. It's basically just a grouping mechanism, so I can come in here and see, oh, which issues I have that are pertaining directly to sort of the native binary. If I was to say, hey, let's go look for the ones that are linked directly to Skier Sharp, or maybe Skier Sharp.views.maui, for example, I can see that, hey, I've got these issues that relate to Maui. It's basically just sort of a grouping mechanism. If it's Maui, if it's forms, we got a whole bunch of labels. Yeah, and also we've got these ones, obviously build stuff and docs. Plus we also got some backends, and then of course we have a few OS, right? It's Android, it's iOS bug, or iOS feature, and also yeah. So I just want to do. Oh, I see these are different colors. Let's just quickly fix that just so that we can be semi-consistent. There we go. And I think we have a tenant as well. So basically, or tenant, not tenant, we don't have any tenants. So basically, there's a lot of manual work, and I know there's bots to help with that, and I know we have, the ASP.NET and the Maui team actually use mic label, mic label. So this is a tool they got. Hub.io. There we go. Let's go that, and then okay, let's keep going. We'll get there eventually. And then of course they've got this mic label. Didn't quite know what mic stands for, but maybe it's some intense feature. And basically what happens is, let's say we go to the Maui, it uses a pre-trained model on sort of issues and the labels that's assigned to them, the existing ones, and then says, okay, based on that, I predict that, for example, this iOS fixed footer grid CV1 and CV2 has something to do with, in this case, collection view, box view fails to block input transfer is false, right? This one's 19% saying it's drawing, but I think this has got to do with the box view control. Here we go. It's pretty sure that this has got to do with Blazor, so this. But the issue is this one is that there's a big spreadsheet with contents, issued contents, or it's not downloads all the, it probably downloads all the issues and then processes, but let's just go with, it's a big spreadsheet somewhere with the contents of the issue plus the correct or a pre-assigned label, and it sort of sends that to ml.net, and it sort of learns, and then of course when a new one comes in, whatever, it comes on this dashboard using that model will spit out what it thinks the correct one to be. However, that involves a model, that involves training. The service is going to be hosted somewhere, sort of. Well, it doesn't have to be hosted somewhere, but basically it's, this is a separate website from GitHub, so this has to be hosted, but the AI can be wherever. And the issue with it I am not super happy with is that, first off, this is a separate website, which is cool, but why have a separate website? And also, the AI model has to be trained, and every time we add a new label, for example, has to go through the machines again. For example, let's say we added this drawing label. Well, we wouldn't even know about new labels. So basically, add a new label, has to be retrained. And of course, those models are only trained on the data that it's trained on, which is the definition of data that's been training. But we can get far more exciting results if I was to use, for example, OpenAI, and I say, this is the issue. These are all the labels. Pick the correct one. So we can go test this out on an issue, for example. So let's quickly minimize that so I can just copy all of this. There we go. Area scale sharp. Let's copy that. Let's open Notepad. And pop that in there. Oh, can I find the file specified? Okay. Don't save. See. Notepad. Baby screaming in the background. Oops. Probably need some sort of AI way to do this. But let's quickly. Obviously, and also as you see, I've only got 500 issues, but there's like 20 items that are labeled because I haven't got to it yet. So these are the labels that are available today, and I might add a new one later because there's views. I might want to add specific platforms for views.maui, views.winui, views.winforms, and things like that. Or if I, add something cool new in, like, I don't know, ASP.NET, right? I add a new label, I have to retrain all the models, and if I don't have any issues tagged with the new label, then, well, the training is useless. So I've got to first manually assign a whole bunch of new labels to new issues, and then I can do it. So that's very long-winded process. So let's pretend we are, here we go. So here is an issue. So I have spun up previously, just to make life super faster. Let's go to the playground. So I want to use this OpenAI bot that I just spun up a thing. It's, what's the model? It's the GPT-4o mini. And I'm going to be like, you are an expert developer who is able to correctly and accurately assign labels to new issues that are opened, right? And then I can say, that's the bot. We hit the save button, apply changes. Yep, continue, start a new session, let's save that. And then I go over to GitHub and I say edit, and I can just copy that quickly. And I say, a new issue was opened. A new issue was opened with the title. Oops, oh dear. Okay, well, let's see what happens. Let's see what it does. Bugs, gear sharp, blazes on there. Oh, okay, cool. Let's open that one. The contents was, and copy that. What labels should this is opened. You are to pick from the following list of labels, and labels and assign just one of them. If none of the labels are correct, do not assign any labels. The response to make sure reply, please reply in the format in JSON with the format, and let's go in here. We're going to do label. Let's just go with this for now. Label colon label name here. Right. The format and only in this format. Right. Let's go with that for example. Let's quickly copy this. Let's save that. We start a new chat. Let's scrub that. Clear. Okay. Here's a new one. Oh, where's it? You have new issues that are open. You are to pick from the following list of labels and labels and assign. Alright, we need to obviously assign our labels, and we copy our list of areas. Okay, there we go. Please apply the form JSON. There we go. Alright, so let's save that. Okay, so I poke that there. Let's just do that. Just the name and the text. Hopefully I got all my description in there, and let's just send that. I think I sent it. Send. Oh, let's copy that just to be safe. There we go. Okay, it's processing. Doing some cool stuff. Area, layer, skill shop, use Blazor. And of course, there we have it, right? So this is pretty cool. That was super easy, no training required, and this is what I want to create. So my idea is to have a GitHub action that every time someone opens a new issue, it'll run, send the issue contents up to or what doesn't have to send the contents up to the server, but I might want to do that to reduce the traffic, or I can download the issue contents on the server. In fact, I might have to send it up because I want to make this also work like in a private repo, which may be counterintuitive, but whatever, let's just go with that. So I will send the contents up along with the list of labels, and then it will get back a response, and then the GitHub action will assign the label. So this is what I want to create, a nice bot. So let's, and if you look at that's the response. I'm just checking to make sure my face is not covering anything. All right, so there we go. We basically wrote the bot. Now we just got to make it exist. So I'm going to use this to create a new project, and this project is going to be called Labeled by AI. That's because we got that. Let's make a Azure Function app, and then we'll do Labeled by AI. Let's go with that. And this, I think I have a Labeled by AI. Yeah, I already have the folder. So let's do that. So I'm creating Azure Functions, and then I'll add the OpenAI back to it. We want to do 8. Okay, the clearly don't have 9 in there, but that's okay. We want to enlist in. We want to enlist in Spire, and of course we don't want any. For now, we don't want any authorization. We don't need people to log in. It's annoying I don't have .NET 9 there. I don't know what's happening, but let's go and create that. So let's minimize that. Minimize. Well, it's just minimizing. Okay. Oh, it's adding the AI. Creating. I'm aspiring to be aspirational. Let's have another sip of coffee while we wait. Let's stir that coffee. Ooh, delicious. All right, obviously I want to make sure I'm on the latest bits. So we just, before we even testing it, we're just going to make sure we update it, because I know I want to use some brand new stuff that's only available in the new packages. Look at all these numbers. Whew. Okay, there's a big list here. And of course, that has vulnerabilities, which is terrible for us. And of course, here's transitive packages, bajillions of them. So, wow. I am just going to take off pre-release for now, update everything. Actually, whoops, updates. Just gonna wait for that. In fact, let me just quickly commit this as is. Let's save everything. Just gonna add this to Git. Just now update explosion to recreate the project and delete everything. So let's just push that to the Git. And I think I've already created a repo here just to save time. There we go. And let's pop this there and just to do initial code. Okay. All right, we're back here. So I'm going to tick all the packages and we're going to hit update. Yeah, there's a bunch of 2.0, 3.0, amazing. Let's go update. So that's updating. Let me see if I can quickly. Is that better? So I could either do that, or if I minimize that, I'm just changing my screen structure here for a second to see, can I, is that any better? In a minute, let's move that. I need to fit something. I've got like almost the Surface Book currently streaming, sort of not quite vacation, visiting people, visiting some family. So my laptop is not a widescreen, and it's sending over that. So there we go. We'll find something to fill in the back. Maybe we'll have some cool pictures in the corner one day. All right, let's turn on the pre-release and let's see what pre-releases we have. Let's just save all to make sure it's all good. No packages. All right, so that's cool. So we're up to date with all the latest and everything is stable. So I'm going to run now the Azure app host, the Aspire app host, by clicking that button. Okay, there's our code. Let's zoom in here and see what we got. So we've got our service defaults that are whatever Aspire decides is the default. Very fun. We'll look at that later. Don't quite know exactly what they all do, but that's not the point. So well, let's just instead of going back and forth. So we got the Aspire app host, we got the service defaults, and of course we got our function over here. So our Aspire host appears to just have a program. Does this have development? Just got our program file who's hosted. This is just a bunch of extensions, but of course our main function here is our function and our program and a bunch of sort of settings and help us to launch it. So let's have a look at the Aspire host, which is now running. We wait for the computer to register this. Let's make this nice and big so we can see. There we go. Our Aspire app is launching. Oh, is it launch? Let's cancel this issue. Right now, someone from my team was working, or not from my team, someone from out of somewhere near close by who were touching Teams calls. They had a bot that did things, but now I believe this is a fully integrated into the GitHub. So here we go. So it's pretty cool. We don't need a separate bot now. This is more difficult to do with AI because you're obviously going to somehow list all the bots, whereas GitHub list all the issues and then AI can look and find the similar ones. But obviously GitHub already has that data, so it's far easier for them no need for training. But the nice thing about having issues and labels, we've got a sort of a small list of labels that we can just send along with the issue. But yeah, we are going to now look at the thing that just launched. Here is our Aspire dashboard. Oh, I bet you this is failing because I don't have Docker running. Okay, let's see if this laptop can handle streaming, Visual Studio, Docker. So I was reading up why they need this container storage, or where's enough function storage, because when you do Azure Function Storage, basically, even though your function is sort of self-contained to do everything, it does have to store, what did they say? Function consumption, storage requirements, if I create flow into the Azure portal, not guarantee work with the new functions. Wait, no. Oh, where did I see it? Yeah, every function app requires a storage account to operate. When that account is deleted, yeah. So the reason you need your storage is for it stores some function related data. For example, your secure your connection strings and all that stuff has to be put somewhere, because when the event happens, it can't spawn your, like, how does it, it's your binaries, your settings, so it can't just spawn out of nothing. It needs to download it from somewhere, and Microsoft doesn't want to pay for your hosting. Just now you've got like a 500 terabyte app, so they say, well, you pay for your own storage and then we'll load it up for you. So we want the storage. Right now the storage is here, and if we look at our function, we open our solution and we just go to our function app, right? We just got here, it says, hey, start the functions app. And if we go to our program AI, it just says, hey, the functions app. So we have no real control of where, what, who, and how the storage is happening. Now, obviously, this is, I believe this is launched. Here's func storage, it's starting up. So there we go, it's green. So now I can head over to here and I can go API / function1, I think is what they call it. And there we go, welcome to Azure Functions. And of course we can check to see our console logs. Here we go, here's our APIs. And of course C# triggers process the request. The reason I know that is because I've seen the template before in function1. Here we go, function1, and then it just logs it. The C# trigger has processed the request, and of course it replies to welcome to Azure function. So everything is working. It's amazing. We can now ship this to production, but before we do that, we just want to do one last thing, and that's add AI. Right, let's close that. So, well, before we add AI, we want to control the storage just to make our lives much easier later on when we do deployment to Azure. So I believe, let's just do this var func, and let's just do builder dot add Azure product functions project, and we do I believe storage with host storage, and I want to put in here func storage. We're going to make a new something. So what does this func storage be? We're going to make a new one. Var func storage is equal to builder dot storage at Azure storage, and we're going to call this func so we got this. That's very cool. Let's make a new space over there. So if I run this again, and we wait for that dashboard to load. Wait for it to give it a load. Let's see if I make this nice and big the next time it launches. Here we go, and there's func storage. So now if we look at the console, missing subscription configuration. Oops, I forgot an important thing. It's trying to do it obviously on the internet, what we're going to do, mu run as emulator for local development. Yeah. We'll configure the func storage API key later when we push it. There we go, nice and big font again, just waiting for the app to launch. Okay, let me just make sure that everything is working on the stream, just to make sure I haven't been rambling for an hour. There we go. I don't have to make sure everything is good. I should trust the configuration. So let's head over to actually I can go to Docker, and then you see func storage. That's my storage, and whatever that is. And of course I can check out the logs here, and everything is ready to go. I can open that, and of course if I check my resources, I can go over here and see the func storage. Everything is good to go, and here is our API function, and labeled by AI. Here we go, everything ran. So yay, it's all good. Our function is functioning. Now, one thing I want to do is to add OpenAI to it. So Azure OpenAI Aspire hotting. Okay, there we go. We want the OpenAI integration. And of course they say, hey, in your app host usage, we're going to add this cognitive services. Let's just quickly copy this. Right, so we go to our app host, we go dependencies, add a NuGet package, and we say browse, give me that. There we go. Things are amazing, and we hit install. And then of course we have connection string name. Okay. Copy that. I'm assuming, whoops. Here we go. Copilot is trying to copilot itself. I think. I don't quite know what the difference between the two is. It says we'll create read connection, but we copy that as is. We don't question the docs. Questioning the docs is for those who don't know what they're doing. We are not sure what we're doing. Very big difference. Obviously, let's go to the top here. We pop that in, and we say OpenAI, and of course we want to do reference, right? That's going to reference OpenAI. There we go. Look how nice and simple that was. So let's make this connection. We're going to call this OpenAI. Let's call it OpenAI. I mean, it's probably going to be confusing between everything. So let's just quickly go over to our chat playground, and we got our services. So what should we call this connection string, if you will? Let's just call it the OpenAI dash let's call it OpenAI. There we go. Whatever. We don't know what it is. Okay. Now, I believe I need to also quickly go over here and just do manage user secrets. And I believe I'm supposed to go here and do connection strings and do OpenAI. Here we go, connection strings, OpenAI. Yeah, connection strings. Let's just go with that. And I'm going to quickly, settings, I think, development. So if I want to go here, I pop that here quickly. connection strings and OpenAI to do. Then we want to go to our dashboard, copy key 1, whatever that may be, and head over to our secrets. We pop that in there. Why has that got a little squiggle? Because that might need to put a new line at the end of the file. Fine, we'll do that. Okay, there's my secrets, which everyone's going to abuse, but it's okay. I'm going to be changing it off to the stream. There we go. Probably should have done that off screen, but whatever. It is what it is. People can have fun for 30 seconds while I do that. Alright, so now if I run this again, let's see what happens. That's just setting up all the connections and stuff. So I now need to, in my observability and traceability, whatever, that's one of the pillars of Aspire, blah, blah, blah. Now we go back to the example here, example usage, Azure OpenAI client. Let's quickly copy that. So I can go, and let's go see what happens when it launches. Let's go look at our Aspire dashboard. It's always cool to look at the Aspire dashboard. It feels like I'm making like an amazing application. And I don't have AI in here. Probably because I'm not actually using it, nor is it necessary. What if I just do, let's copy this quickly. Let's comment this out. I want to get something on that dashboard, even though I probably shouldn't have it on the dashboard, but let's just go straight to the OpenAI. Let's save that. Let's relaunch it. I want to see an item on the list for no apparent reason other than, for no actual reason than just to be cool. And of course, while we wait for that, nothing exciting has happened here. We're going to go to our program, and they claim that I can just put that builder. Right now, we don't quite, I don't think this works, and I think it's not going to work for a reason. There we go, right? This client doesn't exist, and I know, oops, let's KC that. If I was to install in the client app Aspire Azure AI OpenAI, so if I go over here, can I do nuggets? I can't. Let's just see if it launches now. I wonder if it launched but crashed. So I'm pretty sure I saw this appear. Okay. Every resource connection string is saved to user secrets. Everything is loading. Do I have Aspire in the dash? There we go. Azure OpenAI, and what is it going to say? Missing subscription. Configuration. Okay. Well, that's sort of expected because I am not doing it right, but at least we know that part works. It will appear eventually. But let's just do that. Okay. All right. So there we go. We have our AI and everything hooked up. So in the function app, we wanted to put that. It didn't work. We maybe need the NuGet. Manage NuGet packages. Oh, I remember what I need to do. Let's go back here. Make sure we install that. Right. So this is not the Aspire hosting that we had originally over here. This one had the Aspire hosting Azure Cognitive Services. This now one is the consumption, and we want to use the OpenAI. Yeah, they don't have a stable version yet, or hot off the presses. And of course we install that, accept that. All right, will this work now? No. Now I believe I saw someone when I asked, was it functions Dion's builder or functions application? There we go, functions application dot create builder args while builder is equal to, and then of course we need to do builder dot OpenAI. There we go, and this one's going to be, there we go, oops, OpenAI. What does that return? It just returns void. And then of course we do builder.functions, I think configure functions web application, and then I do builder, whoops, really got dot inside dot, okay, let's see. This one. So the old template, let's see what this one is. I know David Fowler, builder. What was he saying? Add service defaults. We also need to do that. The build configuration services longing. Okay. So I do need to do dependencies at project reference. We now need to add our service defaults is there. So we need to builder.service and service defaults. How did we do? Okay, I don't know. We don't have another application. Application insights. Does that service defaults have insights? Let's have a look and see what's there. Insights. Telemetry, open telemetry. What else do we have there? Configure functions, application. Yeah. See what we're supposed to do something with that. Okay. It's too old. So let's just go to github.com/.net. And let's just search the entirety of .NET issues, or okay, here we go. We got Aspire samples. That's cool. Playground end-to-end functions sample. Let's go end-to-end, right? This hopefully is a full one. Service defaults, queue, blob, producer, client, configure functions, web application, hosted, build. Okay. And this one as well. Okay. So service defaults. When then we want to add an OpenAI client, I don't know, we put that underneath. Maybe order doesn't matter. And then we do our host is equal to builder.build. And of course, this is builder.build.run, right? This is what this one did. Builder.build run, builder, add the things. This one does builder. Let's remove unnecessary usings. And there we go. Alright, so we create a builder, we add the defaults, we configure web application functions, web application, and we add OpenAI client. Where we put that underneath. Let's put that there. Just that add configure build run. So now if I run this, we shall see what happens. Make sure it launches. And then we need to go back to the docs to figure out what happens. Example usage. Just OpenAI client. Okay. Well, that was easier than I expected. Let's see. Wait for that to launch. Come on, dashboard. Let's speed up the launching process. There we go. Whoop, whoop, whoop. We're back to VS. Everything's crashing. Let's see what VS. Okay. Oh, that's black text. There we go. Format of the string does not conform to the specification. Where's DB? What? Oh, this is parse connection string. Oh my goodness, I totally forgot that. So, I did not read the docs, did I? Oh, I did read the docs, but I ignored everything. So, how does my connection string look? I need to do this. Okay, we go back to our secrets. Configure manage user secrets. There we go, Matthew. Key is equal to that endpoint, and I believe I need to copy. There we go. Azure OpenAI endpoint. There we go. Boom. All right, let's close that. Let's run that. Patiently wait, expecting absolute success. This is pretty exciting stuff. Oh, every time it runs, it gets bigger. Okay. There we go. Okay, everything's happy. If I run, well, yeah, I mean, not sure. Let's check the console. Let's check our field labeled by AI. It is labeled by AI. But yeah, Azure Web Storage. It's a bit difficult for us to now test this out because, oh, look at that, our function. So if I'm to go to, quickly go over here, let's launch that. I go to my traces, I should have a new request. A get, oh, look at that, exciting stuff. Oh, that's pretty cool. All right, we're basically 99% of the way there. Let's close everything, close all tabs. What I do want to do is just to be consistent. Instead of this be labeled by AI, I do labeled by AI. Look at that. Projects labeled AI. All right, so now we go to our function. And what we do want to do is say, hey, let's put this, because we want to use the cool new function things. We also want to do, let's add logo to the end. We're going to do OpenAI client, AI client, open, this is it, just to OpenAI. There we go. Let's add the logger. And let's just also do logger.log information. And what is that information we're going to log? Let's just see what we can get here. What options do we have here that we can? Okay, let's get the chat client as well. Oops. Our chat is equal to that. Do we need anything? Chat model. Oh, okay, we need to get our model. What was our model? Model catalog. And that's not what I want. Deployments, I think that's what we need. There we go, GPTO mini, and we get the model name. I saw it there. I think that's the name of the model. That's the model name, and that is the name of the deployment. Now I don't know if, let's see. It's a new string model. I coincidentally have the same name for both, but whatever. So we've got the chat, and let's do chat dot. What is pipeline? I have no idea how to do this, so let's pipeline dot. Okay. Making it something for OpenAI, but let's just do chat dot toString. Right, let's just do that. We just want to make sure that we can get the chat client and everything, the whole thing is hooked up. And it's, of course, let's fix that nesting. Look at that. All right. So that was exciting. I was expecting a little bit more resistance. I mean, what should I sort of expect? There's like teams in Microsoft, thousands of people probably each working on one solid mini mission. Make it the greatest you've ever, greatest experience, because that's what we like. All right, there's the function. Let's close that. Let's go to that. Oops. What I would like to see. Oh, okay. Let's see. Did the request work? And there we go. Yeah, look at that chat client. It just worked. Didn't explode. All right. So now we've done it. We have officially done things. Now we just need to figure out how to use OpenAI. I believe it's quite a simple thing. Azure OpenAI docs. We've got a couple of models. I'm doing the preview, whatever. Responsible OpenAI. Is there a nice token? Here we go. Quotas and limits, pricing, what's new, quick starts. Is that what we want? Chat. is that I don't want like a download the big zip and then that's it. I think that's what this is though. So what I do want to do is look at concepts, content filtering. Obviously I need to figure out all of the good stuff to make sure it only ever returns exactly what I want it to return. How to completions and chat completions. Prompt caching, work with code, structured output, completions. What is that? Work with chats. Okay, OpenAI, we've got our stuff. Let's do, what language is this? Is it all Python? Or we don't care about that. We've got messages, completions.create. Okay, so something like that. I don't quite know why it's in Python. And I want to do tutorials. Okay. That is great. Let's just see. Let's see. .NET OpenAI chat. There we go. Isn't it like a nice? There we go. There we go. There we go. Chat about data. About a chatter. Create a prompt an AI model. Is this basically right? I don't want to chat. I want to just get our secrets. Key name, model name, configuration. iChat client, here we go. But this is, okay, let's use these Microsoft extensions.ai. This is also what I want to try. So, configuration builder, use secrets, OpenAI client key as chat client. Let me check that. Not, we'll check the OpenAI that later. There's a new NuGet package that does a whole bunch of cool stuff. So, here we go. Let's copy that. Let's create and print the prompt. There we go. And then let's go over to our working chat that we had over here. Oh, please yes, there we go. Okay. You're unable to accurately and speak. Okay, the labels. Oh, I'm just going to have to take a quick pause. Someone is calling, and it's probably because the baby needs a little bit of help. So just hang on there a second. Let me quickly take a little mini pause. Back in a second. I'll be back. Thank you. Okay, yeah, baby is having a little scream. Not quite sure exactly what, but as soon as I walk into the room, I was going to give the baby a little hug and then stop screaming. So she's happy-ish. Now we'll see how happy she is as soon as you put the baby down. Does that trigger a new set of screams? So anyway, all right. So we've gone ahead here. Okay, and what we want to just quickly do const string labels. There we go, look at that, look at AI, right? AI is amazing. Oops, you got it wrong, bro. Right, labels, and let's just pop labels in here, I think. Oops. I need to do a double. Oh, that was pretty cool. I pasted it in there, it added because I have the curly braces here. Wow, I like that. If none of the labels are correct, then do not assign any labels. Labels. Available labels, right? Please reply in the JSON in the format, and you know what? Let's do that. Label name here, and let's just do that for now. Okay. This is the prompt. That's a user. I feel like I recall somewhere there's a system prompt and a user prompt, but let's just leave it like that. So var, and we're gonna do prompt. There we go. And then of course we get our chat client. OpenAI chat. There we go. No. Let's quickly go over here. Options. Just so that we can see it better on the screen. New chat options. I feel like I'm missing everything. I did copy that. Am I missing some usings? Oh, as chat client. Let's just use that. Let's pop that there. There are some extensions that OpenAI. Let's just add that. Add project ref, manage new packages. Let's just use that. This is the new way to do things. Let's just give in to the machine and do exactly what they say. Now, right now, while that loads, I am saying, hey, give me OpenAI client, which I think if I'm using extensions, I would, what did they say, which package to install exactly? OpenAI, okay. And this one I bet you depends on extension abstractions. Okay, let's just do install. Is there a configuration? No, they don't have configuration. Let's just do the namespace. So, okay, let's do that. Apply. So let's make our function sort of abstract, or abstract in the sense that, oh, what was that horrible? Did I see an error? It's successfully installed. Extensions.ai. That require .NET 9. No, 8, 9. Can I? What is this? 9. .NET 8. Okay, let's make that 9 as well. Might as well. We might as well. And let's make that .NET 9. I don't know if Azure Function works on .NET 9, but we are making it a self-contained sort of system, right? We bring in our own runtime with it. So let's add some spacing there. There we go. Format that document. Framework reference, Microsoft. Okay. And what we can do here is quickly do builder.services.add. Oh. I feel like Why did it suggest that to me? Like what is that? Anywho, everything is broken. Oops, let me quickly copy those namespaces again. I can always delete it. Oops, not that one. Don't I have namespaces somewhere? Here we go. Quickly copy that, pop that there, we can always remove it. Okay, services dot AI, no, services dot add. Okay, there's for the dependency injection, any AI specific ones, dependency injections, and you add AI, no. Okay, so we want to do, how did they, I want to check this one, add OpenAI client. Does this add it as singleton? I think it's a scoped one, right? Which one? Oh, there it is, that document. We don't know, but let's just step into it. Let's just check the code and just see exactly how they registering that. Here we go. Add client, add keyed singleton, service key name. Add required, provide a get required keyed service as your OpenAI client, but add OpenAI client. Okay. So it's a keyed service. So what I'll just quickly do that, copy that line. What I want to do is to build out services dot add keyed service, and we're going to do iChat client. And our key is going to be OpenAI, just in case, for good luck. What else do we have? Add keyed singleton. Here we go. There we go. This takes a string, service key, and iChat implementation. However, our implementation is actually going to do provider dot get required seed services, and we're just going to get the OpenAI client and dot chat as get as chat client. There we go. OpenAI client takes model ID. Okay. As chat client, and I believe that. There we go. Okay. So let's quickly copy our model again from over here, GPT-4 mini, but whatever. Let's quickly go copy our deployment, even though I've literally got it on the clipboard, probably not quite, but it's close enough. There we go. Okay, that's quite a long line, but it's not too long. Right, let's just keep that there for explicitly for good ones, and let's do that. There we go. Actually, let's put like that. There we go. Nice. So when we request the iChat client, we get that. So we're going to quickly clean up this usings here, remove unnecessary usings. RG, there we go, remove and sort. All right, and let's quickly do that. There we go. Now we go to our chat client, we got our function, and we replace that with chat client. And I think secretly, instead of having to manually do get chat client, I can do chat is equal to chat client. Just check that. Get the prompt, just log it, and we want to just do let's add it to the logs, right? We don't want to check the console. Okay. Then the submit, we go chat options. There we go. OpenAI has kicked in. What is this moaning about? Await can only use in async. Can I just do a async task? Is this a valid async action result? There we go. Then we get our max tokens, and we quickly do that. Available labels, amazing. Get a response prompt. Is that how simple it is? Complete async. We don't need streaming because we want to wait. We want to block. Chat options, cancellation token. Does this support cancellation tokens? We don't know. And then of course I'm going to do that. Paste that response, and from the assistant. There we go. Is that how simple it is? Max output tokens. Okay, that's probably to stop people from like reply to me in a billion words, and then of course we shut down the entirety of the internet while that works. There we go, OpenAI, back to the thing, and then is that it? We just run. Okay, so let's save that, run that, and then yeah, I've got a feeling chat message, like, isn't there like one where you pass in like, hey, this is who you are, your thing, and then you like, and there's this one. Let me try and find the one where you got the sort of the system messages. It was a chat history, had a system prompt. There we go. New model, chat completion service, chat history. Yes, I think this is what I want. Let's do this rather. Yes. Well, let's make sure that runs, and then AI exploded. Executable reconciliation internal body. There's no function runtime that matches the version specified in the product. Okay, cool. We have to use .NET 8. Interesting how I've got a .NET. Everything's .NET 9, but of course our actual app can only be .NET 8. It is what it is. We live and learn and all that. So let's see if that runs. Let's get a success. So this is actually not going to do anything. Well, let's see. Right, we've just got a single chat there. Wait for it to load. There we go. And let's go to the chat. Let's see what's happened. I'm going to open that. So if I load this now, there we go. We should see. Whoa, there we go. Invocation thrown by unable to retrieve service for type AI chat client. Okay. I think add singleton. Like, I don't quite know how it was able to pull this one when it wasn't keyed. However, right? Let's just do that. There we go. Let's run it again. Because I just added this in the constructor and it worked fine. So like this one is adding both keyed and non-keyed, right? That's what I can see. So add client. Let's just quickly step into that. I wonder if you do services. The add singleton. Oh my goodness. Add singletons. Where did I copy the keyed service? Copy the keyed one. Okay. Let's just quickly fix that. Required chat service. There we go. Okay. Because there is an add OpenAI keyed one, right? But I didn't run that. Alright. There we go. We live and learn. All right, so let's have a sip of water. It's a bit warm in this room. Oh, that splashed all over me. Okay. And then we wait here. Oh, look, there we go. Look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You're about to develop a blah, blah, blah. Available labels. I got that in quotes. So let's have a look to see what happened there. Function 1. There we go. Ah, okay. Supposed to be that. Let's just edit. Right, we can't say that. Okay, please apply the format, blah blah, host required, lock, area skier sharp. Okay. Now what we want to do is, because this is not going to help, we're going to do, let's just do that. Label, reason for label. Assign labels. You also provide a reason as to why that label was selected to make sure that everyone knows why. Label knows why, yeah. Same labels. If no issue content was provided, or if there is not enough content to make the decision, do not assign any labels. What else does AI have for me? Okay. All right, that's fun. Like, I mean, if this is how easy it is to make AI, what's that, three lines? And the whole thing is the prompt. I mean, it's pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty fun. Okay, head over to the console and let's open that function. Let's see. A label, reason for label, however, not required, blah blah blah. Label docs pertains to documentation, improvement, and clarification. Okay. The issue. What issue though? Maybe it's that one. Please reply. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So somehow it's pretty sure that this is a docs thing. Okay. But maybe we can tell it like, please reply. Make sure the label is inside the label. Yeah. Format. The contents. Yeah. Okay. Let's do that. All right. So our issue is now we haven't actually sent an issue. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull a random issue, semi-random. Okay, let's just do this. And this is going to come from the machines const, or comes from the string title is equal to 1, 2, 3. Let's just be like that. And const string body is equal to 1, 2, 3. All right. And let's do this. All right. I love the way he pasted it, does its indenting right. As I say that, obviously it does it wrong. Okay, there's why. Okay, let's not do that. Right, so save that. What we want to do though is go back to our AI docs. Thank you, amazing doc writers, for actually making our life super simple. And what we want to do is actually where does this come from? Doesn't exist. Whatever, here we go. Chat history. Can we do this? For system prompt is equal to new chat history. No, wait. What are they using? Maybe they're not using semantic kernel. Yeah, okay, it's not what we want. Let's have a look. See what we got here. Where did I see that link to the docs? Here we go. Because this is basically saying, here's a string, give us the result. But I want to set up a thing and then post project website. Here we go. Oh, okay. Obviously everything is massively zoomed in. AI. Text completions. Maybe that one. Prompt, hike request, chat, best practices. Maybe I need to browse the. Okay. Let's head over, cut that. Go over here to chat client. What have we got? Where's our chat client quickly? Okay, let's close all of this stuff. Here we go, our chat client. What is in here? Metadata, complete streaming, get served. Okay. What is in metadata? Provider model. Okay. Maybe there's extensions. And we can do chat client dot. Okay. Complete async, right? That takes a single string. Can we just Google this? Microsoft.extensions.ai system prompt. There we go. There's a blog, unified AI, prompty. Someone's written a Medium doc, is AI samples. Okay. Now let's have a look at this one. Dev blogs. Does anyone have? Hey, Lewis, how's it going? Work with him. Nice. Complete async. Pig Latin. I love .NET and AI. A whole bunch of AI stuff. Add chat client. Oh. Standard middleware, whatever that is. That's some exciting stuff. Chat completions client. That's chat client. Okay, Llama embeddings. Azure OpenAI, Llama. Getting started. Okay. This is what we're seeing, right? How-to articles. Content filtering. Let's do that. What have we got here? Chat completion options. This doesn't even use the new AI stuff, right? This is configuring Azure tutorials. I want to use the new AI. I don't like old code concepts, right? as secret and client as the prompt completion. Maybe. Right, so this one is now doesn't use the extensions, just uses semantic kernel. So that's a Sebastian, what have you written for us? You've got some sort of, looks like some sort of UI or console UI, Llama, blah blah blah, AI chat. It's great. We've got a chat client. Thank you. Can I search for system prompt? I don't know what they call it. Yeah, system prompt. Let's just see what they're talking. They're not. Are they using extensions there? No, they're not. Where was that line selected? Here we go. System prompt chat completion options. Oh, maybe that's all in there. Chat options. Maybe it's all in here. Just sort of opened it up. Chat response format. Oh, cool. Stop sequences. Tool mode. iList tools. Additional properties. Clone. Okay. What is this? Tools choice auto system prompt. Here we go. Messages, right? See that's OpenAI. So we've got a system prompt, chat request system message. Here we go, right? So that's not what we want. Okay. Let's have a quick look. See what we got in this namespace. Chat message. See, what do we do with this? Author name, chat role. Yeah. Where does this go? Chat message used by a client. Chat client extensions. Do we have something here? Complete. Okay. Client. Here's OpenAI chat client. Wonder if they've got some fancy things. Tool, JSON context. What have we got here? A whole bunch of extra stuff. Oh, to OpenAI chat messages. Okay. Wonder if there's another Azure OpenAI chat completion. Oh, chat completion options. That's what we want, right? Tools, stop sequences. Function choice. Do we have messages here? Messages. Okay. Oh, it's internal. What have we got here? Miss. Sys. So we saw it here. OpenAI chat message. Who uses chat message? OpenAI chat client. Public chat message. Author role. Okay. Let's quickly go. If we press F12, does it tell us where the code is? Abstractions. Azure OpenAI extraction. Let's quickly go to here and let's pop open GitHub. I'm sure it's .NET/AI. But does that exist? No. I wonder if it's going to be under Microsoft or Azure. What is this? Microsoft extensions.ai. we go. And this goes to the .NET website, source repository. I clicked the wrong link. There we go, .NET extensions, and let's go to chat message and see where this goes. Here we go. Complete async. Why does that feel like that's so? Is there overloads? Oh, there is. There we go. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. My bad. See this system prompt. Right, oops. Then what we want to do is do var messages. There we go. You put a new chat message list of chat messages. All right. Then we do messages dot add new chat message. Okay. Oops, I pressed the wrong key. Okay. Actually, let's just use new things, right? Why? Oh, broke that. There we go. A new .NET things. Oops, we want to go there. All right. Okay, so this new chat message, in fact, let's do var I list. Can we just do that? New. Is that Microsoft OpenAI? Let's get rid of OpenAI chat, right? OpenAI is gone. We don't want to be stuck on this archaic technology. All right, so we're going to do here new. What is our things? We've got a role and a string. Okay, role. So we chat role.system and do system prompt. Okay, let's take that, cut that. Let's do a static string, and we're going to do get system prompt, and we're going to do string array params are enumerable. They're like tags. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Labels. And for labels, what we want to do here, what is this? Using .NET 8, please use language feature. You know what? Let's do it. Lang version 13. Latest. We want to be in the future. Can I do that? There we go. Look how cool that is. And we're going to do string dot join, and we're going to join all of these strings with a environment dot new line. There we go. Labels. All right. Okay, so let's do that. Get system prompt and labels. And of course, what we want to do afterwards is have a tool system. I think assistant is what we want to do next. So let's, here we go, abstractions. Look at that, it's in the README. I can just go up here quickly, go over there. And let's see what's in the README. Ooh, there we go. Perfect. Here we go. Chat completion. Responses, chat messages, text, responses, randomize one. Okay, and an assistant. Hello. Hello. Oh, I can't see, my eyes are bad. John, the Ninja Batman. I like that. I am building a. Let's go over to the code. So I am building. Oops, not that one. The GitHub. So I got a bunch of issues coming in here, both in my repo and about any other repo. And obviously I've got to manually pick one of these labels to stick on them, and I've got to categorize it, and that's manual work. So what I'm doing is I'm actually going to create a bot for GitHub, and potentially you can use the bot on anything, maybe like Azure DevOps or whatever issue repo you want to use. When a new issue is created, it's going to go pick one of these labels and assign it to the issue. So right now I am building the sort of the back end, if you will. Basically, it's just going to be an Azure function. If I go back to my Aspire code here, I'm going to be using OpenAI to sort of do the work. I am basically just writing an Azure function. That is what I'm writing over here. It's going to take the model. I've got my prompt here, and it's going to basically, well, I can actually show you what it would look like, if the machines were real, or completed. So I've got my AI model, and I would send in a message like, hey, a new message was created. So this will probably run like on a GitHub action, for example, on the issue creation sort of event. Then it will send the contents across, and it will reply like, hey, do this. And then I would have sort of, this will be read, the response will be read in the GitHub action, and it'll say, oh, you want me to add this label? It will go ahead and add that label. And yeah, so it's quite a simple idea. When a new issue is opened, ask AI which is the best label for it, and then back to assigning the label. Yeah, so in this particular case, I'm doing a .NET Aspire because it's cool and new, and yeah, it's pretty fun. It's sort of my actual first usage of anything AI. I think I've done cognitive services like 5 or 6 years ago. I did a demo or a sort of a little workshop of, it was like a shape recognizer. So you had a canvas, you would draw a shape, and then it would send it off to cognitive services, and it will try and recognize it. And the whole point of that demo was like, AI can recognize shapes, but also like what happens if the user introduces a new shape. Like you teach it how to do circles, then you can draw a triangle, and it'll say like, hey, I think this is a circle, and then the user will be like, no, that's not correct, it's actually a triangle. And then the user could then sort of train the model for like a minute or so, draw a bunch of triangles in different formats, and then AI would learn, and then obviously that would sort of keep iterating, and that would be using Azure Cognitive Services Vision. Issue label bot. Yes, I saw that. Where's my... Let's open the chat over there. It's going to spiral out. Yep, so got that. So I can actually, I should just open it on the other screen. So what am I building? I described that, and yes, I'm going to quickly, I can't copy it. It doesn't allow me to copy. But yes, I saw that one, and that's what I want to do. So this is potentially the exact same thing, but I wanted to create it, and his bot, if I recall, basically scanned all the labels. Let's go to the GitHub marketplace, and I think, what is it called? It's issue label bot. Issue label bot. But let me see. I think when I saw this one, if I check his code somewhere, it was quite. Oh, this is quite abandoned as well, which was, if I click here, if I recall, everything's archived. I'm not quite sure, why everything's archived. His ML app's gone, but this one was 3 years ago, and it's quite a complicated system they got here. I might have a look at how they did the unit tests and stuff. But yeah, I was quite. I don't even know where else, but like, I don't know. It's quite a hectic repo. So yeah, and I was like, all I want to do is super simple. And I think this one had local trainings and everything. Like, it was not using no longer live. You can view the code, take it on the bot with the infrastructure costs. Yeah, pretty sure AI is going to do it. But also, I feel like they may have over-engineered it because, like, I'm going to leverage GitHub Actions to do the work, and then just have this function that's going to run. And now I'm not going to say that I've done extensive usage of this, but if I was to check the quota on this, right, I've done like 20 requests of the AI so far. Wait for it to load. Give me the numbers. I don't know what I'm going to show you now. This is my work account. I get a little budget to play with because it's AI, and I want to, they give me that. But yeah. No, that's the quota. I saw somewhere after a whole bunch of stuff. It was like less than a cent, less than a US cent. Maybe it's on top. I don't know where it is. I saw that. I was like, well, okay, I've done like 20, 30 requests, and it's less than a cent. So what I'm doing is I'm going to try and see, can I fund this thing by like maybe get donations, or maybe I can see if I can go, hey, Microsoft, this is a cool one, and get them to pay for the thing. Obviously, if it starts to go crazy and out of hand, yeah. In fact, while we're here, let's just go check Azure OpenAI cost per cost calculator. So I can actually go back to this and say here, does it tell me how many tokens were in here? Right? How many tokens are here? Pricing, token calculator, sign into the Azure portal and select your open resource under resource management cost analysis. What would they say? I totally just misread that. Sign into Azure portal and select one of your OpenAI resource under resource management. Okay, I may need to go back to the. I'm afraid to go there now because it's my work account. It might leak something. But yeah, but I can limit it, like what I've got here to help the limit in. Like I obviously know what my my prompt is, but I could max output tokens. I don't know if there's like a general token cost per token. Where was our search cost per token? Let's see. Look at that, like 0.004 per thousand tokens, right? So AI tokenizer. See, right? So we're talking like it's probably going to take a lot. So I'm using this one, enter some text, there's my label. I've got 100 tokens, and let's quickly copy. Now, obviously, if someone creates a bajillion issues, yes, we can limit it. So we can maybe crop the text and say, hey, received 100,000, yeah. So it's 500, say 500 tokens. And of course, if we look at, where was that thing I was searching? AI cost, pricing, AI fine-tuning models, OpenAI service. So let's see. Let's see how much 500 tokens would cost, and assume there's going to be like 1,000 requests a day. So that's our region. I'm actually using my South African region because that's where I am, and I was doing demos from South Africa. So let's go there. I'm pretty sure it's more expensive. Token, 1 million tokens. O1 preview, real-time chat completion. Here we go. It's audio. Chat GB40 mini. Yeah, look at that. Input cache tokens. I don't understand what all these numbers mean, but if we add it all up, right? This is per 1 million tokens. Like yeah, right. I mean, there's probably not enough zeros in the thing. So if I've got this, add this all up. So it is 0.075 plus 0.6 plus 0.15, right? So let's just say it's $1 per million tokens, and that's 500. So that's 500 divided into 1 million tokens, right? Yeah, so yeah, less than $1 for 1 million tokens. So as far as I'm concerned, unless I don't know how to do math, which may be the case, it's probably not going to be super expensive. And what I can maybe do next time I try to AI, I have a look and see what the company we have. They're working on another cool thing. So sort of where I got sort of inspired. Let's open this one, and then let's go over to GitHub. So one of my colleagues, GitHub Peppers. Yeah, I love the way Jonathan Peppers, you're more cool. John Peppers, there we go. .NES, check out his repos, pretty cool. He works on our Android stuff. We're working on sort of creating this bot, inclusive heat sensor. So it's similar in that, so this code is like a year old, so it's not using all the cool Aspire stuff. So I didn't want to start from his one. But basically it's similar to what I'm doing. When something happens, it will check to see, is that comment getting aggressive and hateful, and just minimize it, or at least warn the user, say, hey, we detected an angry comment. And this is just because sometimes people in the community get really angry because their bug is not being fixed, or whatever. They had a very bad day and they're commenting. So this one is super the same. So we've got a function over here, and when we get the trigger, it just, okay, they've got everything in the client. So just a function that comes in, and this has anonymous stuff and the services, and pretty much they have the same. Does Aspire work with AZ function? Yes, in .NET 9 they finally added that support for much money. Let me copy all this out, comment that, right? Let's quickly run this app. So it's pretty cool. So in my Aspire app, I basically just add Azure Functions project, and right now I'm explicitly adding host storage because I just want to have more items in here, and I'm linking in OpenAI over there, and basically yeah, well, this is the builder. So this is the new builder that came with the things that dropped, like for .NET 9, like let's just say 2 weeks ago. This function application that allows us just to add clients is so much easier. And here's Aspire launching, and of course, let's keep it bigger. So that, and basically we got this. So if I could actually test this out, paste that in there. Let's see if it is. The stacks, here it is. It's logging everything. Functions ran, blah, blah, blah. That happened. And then I can go to structured logs, and there's all my requests come in, and traces and stuff. So it's pretty cool that it just, yeah. Yeah, I think this is sort of one of the few times I get to play with the new stuff that's happening. I usually am always like, I work on the Maui team, and I'm always doing stuff in Maui, and then I'm like, whew, I'm too tired to play with new code. So I'm pretty chuffed. Yeah, and then yeah, so that's it. And the way they've got their prompt here, they've got a system message, they've got a user chat, and their comment is basically coming from. So it's basically this. There we can quite see how simple. Yeah, because the when I saw, what was it? It was it wasn't the eShop. There was that sample they've got for basically making a whole AI chatbot, and there was like, I don't know if it was handwritten or using designers. There was like a bazillion files. Like let me show you just how excessive. So now if I recall, if I can go over here, quickly open this to copy full path. Let's go open this here, and I go CD. Let me just zoom that. Let's go. I think if I do .NET run, like this here. So they got this. If you do a .NET run dash, okay, in my case I'm doing the .NET run dash publisher manifest, and then manifest JSON. Now I'm just going to show you what. So if you look at my app, right, it's super complicated. I have 2 projects, right, and it is give me AI, give me storage, and here's the function. And my function app, well, it doesn't really matter what the function app is. It's a function app. So it's three resources, 1 project, one functions project. When I run this AI, not AI, this thing to generate basically what would be shipped to the stores. So here's this manifest, right? Okay, a whole bunch of secrets and stuff we had to generate. Someone had to type this out, right? Obviously using, there would be some sort of UI. I think there's some sort of resource designer. Here's the OpenAI module. Like someone would have to type this, and look how long this file is for what? to set it up. And obviously this is just the, yes, like the Kubernetes. So this basically, when you do a .NET publish of an Aspire app, you basically, I think like some sort of zip file with all this stuff in it, and then you upload to the let's say Azure, or you can do AWS, or I think as well Google Cloud. It's not like an Aspire service running on Azure. It's rather just this whole Aspire thing just generates when you publish, right? Because what just happened here was just the .NET publish. I don't know if it says well what did happen. So this is actually just running a .NET publish, and it generates a manifest. So when you do .NET publish to Azure or whatever, you could just do cd like azd up. I wonder if this works. Okay, no projects exist. I'm going to do azd init. But basically, we'll do azd up and it'll create the resources. But what that's actually doing under the hood is just running a .NET publish on the Aspire app, gets the manifest, and then uses that to build the whole Azure resource group. Yeah, but someone had to write these bicep files manually. And when I was working with the big AI project that they were doing, I think in the .NET 8 time frame, it was all I wanted to do was change the region or something, and it's all over the place. And then like, I mean, I don't know who in their right mind manually builds that. I don't know. I think it's manually done, or at least it's generated and you customize it manually. What was that project I was thinking about? It was the Azure AI sample. Is it this one? Why my fingers are clicking skew. The whole thing, Azure's this one, Azure Search OpenAI demo. I think it's this one, and it's the C# one. Let's just go back to the C# one. I recognize that code base. So this was the demo that was whole, and what did they tell you? It's an app. They do chat app and uploading to the database. Now, I don't know if they updated this for Aspire 2 weeks ago, maybe not. There is the Azure YAML, right? It's quite simple, and then of course you have to go look in the info, right? And here we go. Here we got the main bicep. Let's make this bigger so that we can cry with me. And parameters and all of this stuff here is, well, like, this is just the main bicep, right? I mean, we haven't reached 1,000 yet. I think they stopped when they got to 700, and they were like, okay, we'll give it a break. Then, of course, in the core, in the AI module, here's a cognitive services bicep. And I mean, like, I don't know if this is got a UI designer and it's all just generated in these five different. Thanks for the follow, Carax. Yeah, yeah. No, when I saw that. No. And then there's a project we got internally. I can't show it, and I'm not sure what secrets we're allowed to show. But it's basically like a meta dashboard, which allows us to, it just sort of reads the GitHub issues and be like, okay, this issue seems to be getting hot. There's a lot of comments happening here. Pay attention to this. And it'll be like, okay, these issues seem to be getting old. Have a look at them. And these ones look like regressions, either with AI or with labeling or whatever. It's just sort of a dash, because right now the GitHub issues is just a big list, and we've got labels. So it's more like a sort of like what's that called? What's the .NET has a .NET themes, I think it's called, themes of .NET. I forget it's sort of a website. Themes of .NET. So sort of, I forget. Themes of README. Pen Adams. Is this it? Yes, I think it's not quite like this. Themes of .NET. Let's give that a load. No. Okay, it's gone. No. Okay, I don't know what it is. So basically, it's a big dashboard that the .NET teams use to track epics and user stories and a whole bunch of stuff. Let me just quickly. Let's do that. I don't need free views. And promoting some other random site. But basically, there was a and there's a whole thing, and they can assign it to sprints and all that. It's a big fancy thing, and basically it's just like a meta GitHub managing thing because it's got a whole bunch of projects and stuff. And we had one similar in a different way to help us track our issues. So I wanted to create that, and then I saw, oh, they've got blob storages, they've got functions, they've got databases, they've got a whole bunch of stuff, and I was like, I'm not writing bicep files for that. So I was like, okay, I'll have a look. And then, of course, Aspire comes out, and I get inspired to Aspire. So I'm practicing with this, and I think I'm going to recreate that sort of like, oh, you have a repo, and you have to manage your issues and PRs and sort of your users' requests and stuff. I want to create like a sort of a dashboard that you can do when it's super cheap. You can host it yourself or whatever, and you can basically just be alerted when, oh, this issue has received a lot of comments. This looks like a big issue that's happening right now or something. So can't really show you the cool things we've got, but yeah, it's pretty important. Like we had an issue that was opened just after the .NET Lite launch. Something happened. The Windows Store pushed an update that broke Windows 10 certain something doesn't, whatever the reason was, and we were able to detect it. Obviously, it was a bit late. It took a day, but that rose right to the top, even though it had less comments than quite a lot of the issues. Just that frequency and 20 people commented, in one day. It told the system like, hey, this is something to take a look at. Whereas if I had read it myself, I'd like, just a bunch of people fighting about, something's broken, and I was reading that thing and I was like, it's something wrong with your Windows 10 installation. But actually what was happening was there was something wrong with just the Windows 10, but it just told us that, hey, we need to go talk to other people in Microsoft to figure out where the problem was. So, it's a tool to help you diagnose important issues to look at, issues where there's maybe crashing versus incorrect results and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's quite a cool dashboard we got there. So, back to the code. We got our system prompt, and of course we want to have a get, let's do this get issue prompt. There we go. And then let's do this issue text. Yeah. So issue, what AI stuff have you done, or have you done any AI apps or played around with any of the AI things? Yeah, because this is technically my actual first AI that I've actually done. Usually when I've done things related to AI, it's an existing project and I'm fixing some UI thing or doing something with Maui to make it look nice or whatever. It's not actually like a new thing. So pretty fun. I was going to do boring work, and I was like, wait a minute, I don't have to do boring work. I can have fun things on my own stream. What are we going to do here? A new issue has arrived. Please label it correctly and accurately. The issue title is, the issue body is, and then of course we're going to do title. Okay. And what sort of project were you looking at? Like, helping you do work, or is just playing around with like chat things, or like, because like AI is fun when it works. So I'm just sort of interested to see what like what sort of space, if you will, you were fiddling around in. There we go. Get issue prompt. There we go. Can I just log this? Log this. this. Oh, translate app. Oh, that's cool. Is the translation, like when I think translation, I'll be like, okay, Google has trained or not trained, Google has created, for example, you're thinking Google Translate or Bing Translate as well, or whatever, translate app. It's like, oh, they've got like a special language processing model that understands, English and understands French, for example, and then it knows how to do it, and it sort of reads. I suppose this is basically AI, but it sort of reads the model of what the sentence meaning is, and then recreates it in the foreign language. Now, that's sort of what AI does. Is it more or less accurate than just like, so is Google Translate, for example, going to be more or less accurate than ChatGPT, or is ChatGPT so advanced now that it doesn't really matter what the language is? I can just say translate this into Spanish and French, and it's going to be far more accurate than any chat. Because you think about it, Google Translate has been trained for years now with someone's typed in something and then it's incorrect, they've modified and fixed it. And talking about chat, I can shout out to, I don't know, my boss, my manager, to what's his, David Ortenau. He has a cool app, Sentence Studio, that I believe it's like learning a different language. So it uses AI to basically create sentences and like sort of cards or photos or something, and it will ask you. He's learning Korean, I think, and basically it's quite cool. Is that AI? There's no like big database, I don't think, of the words. I think AI generates his data. So instead of having to, let me check to see resources, raw maybe. Okay, here's a bunch of get started vocabulary. Yeah, I speak native to this high level language, right? So basically, he uses AI to generate the app content. Now, I don't know how accurate that will be, but okay, more accurate and make some mistakes. Yeah, but hey, who knows now with the ChatGPT, whatever seconds. When does AI come out, if you will, the ChatGPTs, all these new models now? I mean, they must be getting more and more accurate. New issue prompts. Okay, and then of course we're gonna do. Let's do this. Log information. I love this triple slashes. Okay, that's cool. Let's add $1 over there. New issue prompts, and we're gonna do string to join. Okay. Don't quite know what I'm doing. Messages select, and of course we're going to do m.role and m.text. Text versus contents. Text. Okay, let's just do that. And new issue prompts. I'm probably overkilling this, but whatever. Let's do that. So we pop that information. We're just going to log it. And then the new chat options. We do this. We complete what we want to do here. Where did I see that? Oh, yes, messages. Okay. Right. And then the response. Let's just do this. Messages. 1, 2, 3. Let's just do that. Super long. Right, let's undo that. Let's get that on a new line. And let's close those messages. Let's do that. There we go. That's cool. Then, can this auto AI can do it? Can I, if I go there? No? Okay. Oh, would you paste links to the repos? Okay, sure. So Sentence Studio is a cool one, and then let's put in that. So let's open that. Let's move that off the side so that we're not inundated with that. Okay, so minimize that. So we've got the inclusive heat sensor. This is a cool one. So this is just the Azure function / GitHub action that automatically will label. I think I can post in that. If I go to issues, I think I tried to do a toxic message. Okay, so yet doesn't do anything, but it's actually a week away. I don't know, but let's check this one. So if we go here, then we can check, or we just check the action. So as the issues are opened, comments, then there will be, I don't know, let's see. Here we go. Pick a random issue that was opened. And then the job would run, check the comment if it's open or not, and it does a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, the logs, I need to clean up those logs, but whatever. And then it comes back here and it says, hey, offense is 0, anger is 0 because the body is, we found a comment is triggered by OpenAI. So this is effectively what we're making, but for labeling. So there's this one. This one I think we're trying to, and then of course the Sentence Studio. This is sort of the app that auto-generates the translation learning content. That's cool with the thing. Let's see. Look about electricity usage and 20 standby usage. I don't know if that's correctly translated, but the problem is that somebody needs to look at the graph and say, this is the value of VC, all formulas we tried, not accurate. Let me ask you. Okay. Yeah. Also one of the, I think, where would I see someone, what are we doing? I think we use something, not like, I'm going to call it a summarizer to basically check, you pass in all the comments and description of issues or pull requests and basically summarize, like, or maybe it was in my mind or my experiments, I forget, to summarize all the, because one thing we have in like an issue is open, like, okay, cool, buttons are broken in Maui. Nothing works. Buttons are broken. And then there's the first 10 messages are like people figuring out what's happened, buttons. Then someone will say like, okay, what's actually happened is you have disabled all your buttons and now it's, you think it's this enable, but it's not. And it turns out the style was bad. So then you would use AI to analyze that and say, okay, the issue originally was about buttons are broken, but what the actual problem is, the styling was incorrect. So then we can be sort of, know what the issue is about when we come back like a week later, the conversation's gone and everything has changed. So the issue says buttons are broken. You're like, what do I do now? Read all the comments. So there was something like that I saw somewhere, which was quite nice to basically track the conversation without you having to manually read all the stuff. And this AI samples, like I want to paste this AI samples as well. I don't know how recent it is. I mean, the new Stuffing.NET 9 has taken over the world, but this definitely is still cool to look at. But yeah, so those are the two repos. The Sentence Studio, I'll pop that on the screen so it comes up as pictures. There we go. Inclusive heat sensor, that's the thing the team got a sort of a cross-team having a look at that, which is fun. And of course, David Orton now is got his translation system, which is pretty fun as well. Because making a learn a new language app, like for example Duolingo, right? They must have like a massive database, whereas effectively Dave is creating Duolingo, but no database is required. So yeah. Assistant, and let's just call this response. Let's see, can AI do it? There we go. AI can do it. All right, let's do that. So we've got our chat. We send it in. We close this chat message, and then I'll actually just let's do that. Right? Did I officially finish the bot? Let's run this and let's see. Because I think if you go back to the inclusive heat thing, I feel like that's all the bot did. Oh, I got my work starting in 10 minutes, so I might have to go offline. But I think we're in a happy place. They've got a whole bunch of AI stuff setting up. Obviously, this whole setup logic was back in the day, but then nowadays we've got in our function, right? This recently dropped. Is this functions application and just add OpenAI client, and because I'm using Aspire, you know, I got my connection strings in my secrets, but I think when I push this to the Azure, I would have a place. I'm not sure exactly how you store the secrets up there. Maybe just the fact that actually, now that I think about it, this thing is OpenAI, or somehow we'll be able to configure. So all of this complicated looking setup logic that we have currently in this one, endpoints and API keys, was all hidden by Aspire, and then this is just the chat completion. Almost like I'm gonna check the temperature to make sure it doesn't make up stuff. But yeah, let's test out our thing. So we've got obviously hard coded our one issue. Whoops, we want to go to that, and there we go. If I run this, let's make sure it ran. There's a response, messages, waiting for AI to get back. Here we go. Label Blazor, slipping into the Blazor area, which resolves a problem. The ESCA canvas can put within the Blazor. Look at that. There we go. So if I go, it's basically going to say, okay, I return the whole object. I was supposed to just return probably where is function one response. Actually, what was in that box? That, just that. Yet when I return the object, we got all that. Response dot message. What was the name of that attribute? Choices, contents. Let's have a look at toString. Let's just see what, because I think this is going to be using toString. So let's just quickly see what toString does. Choice, okay, join the choices. So let's just do .toString. Right, there we go. Can I save that? Will that auto update, hot reloading? Look at all that errors. So if I refresh this page, there we go. Oh, that's cool. So we now need to get the user to pull things. Did they use OctoKit? No, they didn't. They got AI directly loading that. So how are we going to have a nice way of replacing these labels and body? Let's delete them, or let's comment them out. We want this to be inputs. So let's minimize that. Let's move these to the bottom actually, so we can top of our functions. Whoops, let's see. All right, now I believe, let's minimize that. I think we can add attributes. Let's do that. Request, request. I don't need hacks. And then of course this one will be like from body. Then it'll be like string question mark title. Let's learn about that quickly. Azure Functions from body. There we go. Well, actually, from body modeling. Let me have a look at what they. I'm just going to be heavily inspired, if you will, with inclusive sensing. I think. Where is that? Functions. They had multiple from bodies, right? So I want the title, and I want the body, and I may want other stuff. From body. Comment in URL. Maybe it breaks up the JSON. Let's have a look and see how they're sending the JSON. We might have to use like a postman. Okay, I have a feeling I know what happens. Let's just do from body title, and this will be body, and let's just send URL, right? There we go. Now we need to test this. I don't know which one's postman. I don't know. Oh, I feel like there's a. I can copy and say, hey, add new item. I believe there is an HTTP thingy here that I can run. HTTP post get web. Where's the thing, man? Or do I just create? There we go. HTTP file. I saw it. Don't know why the search result didn't have it. So let's just call this app.http, whatever. And let's go have a look at HTTP file, right? So I don't need Postman and stuff. So this is again learning new things on the job. So let's actually uncomment this quickly so we can test. Oops. Okay, right. Let's deploy this app. Let's head on over to. Okay, that's running. Now we head on over to this app file and let's have a look and see how do we use that. Give us an example. I want to do a get, request headers, request bot. There we go. Copy that. Look at that. I don't need to read docs. Oh, look at that. That's cool. Okay, that's running. Let's remove. Well, let's leave that there for future Matthew to understand what's going on. We need to go over to here. Let's quickly copy this. And of course, there we want to go. And JSON, accept language, and then of course I think this one's going to be title, and let's just quickly test. See, there we go. Our body will be here. Can I paste that? Oh, there must be a string somewhere, a quote. Here we go. Let's quickly replace H with, I think your back ticket, and let's select that. Selection, replace all. No. Yes, I think that's correct. There we go. And this was body. And of course, over here, URL, just for now, it's optional. Probably need to make sure that these are all optional. Yes. And then of course we just, for the sake of the show, copy that. Let's stop that. Let's cancel that. Save that, and URL. There we go. All right. So this is the request functions. We now need to minimize that, and we need to use. Oops, I forgot the titles. Title, body, and then we need to do. Can I do a string array? Let's do that. Body is required. String array, and do labels. This looks like fun. Body. I mean, is this how you do code? Looks pretty nice and simple. Here's our notepad. We cut that, and we then stick it in here. Title, body, thing, blah blah blah, and labels. And of course, this is an array. Woohoo! So there we go. We indent all of that. Oops, it seems to be needing a double tab. Obviously my indents is all crazy. Quote, end at the end, comma. All right. So assuming that's all great, let's run this again. And oh, my meeting has started, but let's end off on a high note today. Oh, not just today. End off on a high note as we always do. There we go. You can't see the pop-up, but my meeting has started on the other one. Come on, computer. Let's do it. But yeah, I'll push this code up. I'll get the repo and pop that. Oh, obviously this is going to explode now. There we go. That's correct. But now, if we run send request, let's see. Fingers crossed. Internal server error. Error functions, parameter, values now, string join, get system prompt, function run. Can I do, where's my function one? Let's check the logs. Very sad that that happened. Parent values, label that, get system prompt. Labels was now. Whoops. Let's add that. Let's see what happened. Did I have a problem with my HTTP request? Labels. Did I spell that correctly? Labels. Let's run that again and see if the debugger breaks. Please break. So I can debug. There we go. Labels. Now. Okay. Everything's now. Okay. Well, I have to go to my meeting. I will have a look at that. But if anyone wants to check out this repo, I think I popped it right on the top one here. And it's going to be my one and labeled dash by dash AI. So you pop this in the chat. I'm not here now, but I'll pop it up there as soon as I get the time to, and I don't get into trouble for not being at my meeting. Well, anyway, folks, thanks for hanging out. I'm pretty happy that we've got a bot to do it. I've just got to figure out how to get that there, and I think maybe I'll do another stream as soon as I find a spot where I set up the other half, the GitHub action, which will basically do this work. So yeah, all right, folks. Thank you very much. I have to go. I'm really missing two minutes of my meeting, and yeah, thank you very much. See you at the next one. Don't forget to follow, like, subscribe, leave a comment in the description, and whatever else each platform supports. Thank you very much.